Hey y'all. Oh, what a day for those who have access to my page, child. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Jesus. But today, I'm actually going to do a talk about walking your talk, honey, because I get on here all the time, and I'm always talking about peace, love, and namaste, Jesus. But Spirit said, honey, for real, is that where you really at? Hey, Latoya. Hey, Blanca. Is that how you really are, honey? If so, let me go ahead and give you this challenge, honey. Let me give you another test. And so, without getting into it, people who are on my page know, oh, thank you, Blanca, exactly what I'm talking about. But, I found myself this morning, hey, Stacy, um, you know, in a situation where I had to step into a role that I have not wanted to be in for a very long time, probably because I spent 20 years of my life, child, and even before that, because my mom was a psychiatric nurse, and I remember at a very, very young age, like going to work with her at night, child, because she ain't had no babysitter. So there I was talking to the woman who was talking to somebody else that I couldn't see, child, and having a whole conversation with her, just being a little girl, and not knowing the difference. And sending her some love and light, even then when I didn't know what it was. So I found myself in that situation again today, this morning, and I was like, you know what? I could really resort to some very old behavior. Jason, did you join just to convince me that I should be love and light today? Trying to convict me of my spirit, child. Hey, Carla. But I was like, you know what? I spoke with a number of people who are in the know in terms of, my private affairs, but also in terms of, situations that would be of benefit to me. I'll say it like that. People that are in asset management, people that have a history of working with individuals who also, have a mental illness. And just getting some insight, and it's very different when you work with people who have a mental illness and when it shows up in your life in very, very unexpected ways. So I had a situation this morning where I was like, I knew that there was something going on. I knew that, just in being a forensic psychologist, people always accuse me of doing assessments on people when I'm not being paid for it. 9 times out of 10, if you are in my presence and in my face, child, you're not paying me to do an assessment, so I'm not doing it. But when I start noticing things, I do start paying attention, especially things that are kind of out of the norm. And so I had this situation where, I had a person who believed that I should bring them their mail, that my furniture belonged to them, that things that were in my house, like furniture and where I placed it, that they had the right to move that kind of stuff around, or to tell me the guests that I can have in my house and when I could have them over. And I started thinking, this looks like this, it looks like that, this meets the criteria for this, and it meets the criteria for that, but that was all access to behavior. And so I really started delving a little deeper, and then I said, oh, I know exactly what this is. I ran into this when I worked at Corcoran. I've only run into it 2 times in my entire career, and I won't disclose what it is, but those who are in the field always know that when I say, oh, that's the real thing, honey, they always know what diagnosis that is, so I don't have to say. But I decided in speaking with, and I really have to thank my friends, Jason, who I lean on a lot, and a lot of people hear me talk about Jason. You guys have no idea how he has kept me out of jail, child. I spoke with Jason, I spoke with my friend, I spoke with Brian, who did me a huge favor. I spoke with my friend Shola. No, Carla, don't nobody know boundaries or home training, child. And I'm not talking about young folks, honey, folks our age and older. But, I spoke with a group of my friends today, and they all supported me. None of them judged me. None of them were like, child, well, I told you, honey. Well, mm-mm. But they all supported me. They all listened to me. They all gave me really good advice. Some of them gave me more than just advice, child. Hey, Tootie. But I had to make the decision that ultimately God didn't give me 20 years of being in mental health and a doctorate degree to allow behaviors to throw me off my game. Why do I say that? I had a meeting today. I had 1.5 meetings because one was over the phone. But I had a meeting today, and when I tell you that I sat down with 2 people who not only caught the vision for my nonprofit, but one of them we've actually wrote the same curriculum. Right. And they are also bringing another component to the charter school that I never considered. Now, all of this is in, the works and all of that kind of stuff. But in speaking with them, I was like, oh, this is the kind of stuff I should be focused on, child. And so while I was speaking with them, one of my friends from Agape texted me and told me about another opportunity that perfectly fits where I am and my spiritual path, where I would actually be able to do exactly what I'm doing right now and getting paid for it. So I was like, you know what? I just need to focus on me. I need to focus on me on a very high level because I know that what God has promised me is all coming into fruition now. All the rest of this stuff, it's petty. Not only is it petty, because I literally got the police called on me because I moved my own trash cans. I can't make this up. But not only is it petty, it's a distraction from what my purpose is and what my passions are. And it brought out a lot of old behavior. I want to tell you guys the truth. I did grow up in Long Beach, child. But it brought a lot of old behaviors. And I was like, well, what is this? What is this trigger? What is this all about? What's trying to emerge? And I literally told my friend Jason, I was like, I don't get what's trying to emerge. And I'm not trying to feel it. I don't want to be spiritual today. So yeah, I do have those days. But at the end of the day, when I tell you that I can see my path so clearly, and when I tell you everything that, like, if people really knew what I'm on the cusp of right now, child. Like, my life right now, if I probably didn't have the extra drama of somebody literally barricading themselves in a room, I would probably be a little bit bored. So I'm going to just stick to what I know, and that's being me at a very high level. That's me doing my work. That includes getting up every morning, being grateful, doing my meditation, going for my walk in the morning, and being able to just walk to the beach, child, and do a meditation out there. Come back home and do a little payo, and then start my work day, working with other people and helping other people to get to this place where it took me all day to get. So when you see this smile on my face, child, and you hear me, be sometimes a little comical, I think I'm very funny. My sister tells me that I'm not, but she a hater. But when you see the smile on my face, it wasn't, easily won. I do have my moments. I only share those with a few people, people that can handle my truth and can steer me in the right direction. But, I have my moments. It's not easy. It's sometimes your light shines so brightly that other people try to dim it. And you're going to run into that. And there's no rhyme or reason for them trying to dim it. It's just that they see something that they want and they can't have, and they believe that they can't have. Because I believe everybody can have love, peace, and joy, as long as you don't look for it in the external. And this morning I was doing a lot of external. Let me get this, let me get that, let me resort to very old behavior. Let me do A, B, and C, blase, blase, blase. And none of that matters. The only thing that matters is how you feel about yourself. The rest of that is irrelevant. I'm 40 years old. I know how to take care of myself. I can pay my own bills, child. I'm very centered in who I am, and I don't need an amen corner. So this is not for the sake of having an amen corner. Even though you said amen to it, I'm grateful. But this is just, you know what? This is walking my talk. This is me showing up and being present as me. Sometimes that entails, reaching out and having a really good support system. If you don't have one, child, you better get one, honey. I always tell people to tune in every morning to listen to our daily prayer call with Jason, because it helped me so much. It helped me to start my day in gratitude. It helped me to start my day in prayer, and it's always a really good place to start, when you're just becoming awake to the truth of who you are. So all that being said, I have learned a valuable lesson today, and that is just simply to go within. It's always nice to go and, lean on the understanding of other people, child. But sometimes you just have to go within after all that. Yeah, I can vent. I can do these videos and I can vent. But at this point, I have to rely on my training. I have to rely on what I know for sure. I have a lot of friends that are certainly willing and able to help me out of every situation. But I don't want to be helped. I want to, not in the sense that I don't want someone to do it for me. I want to see what's emerging. I want to see what this is teaching me, because I know that it's all so that I can teach someone else. I'm not the type of teacher who believes that I got to hold all the information. That's why I do these videos. And no, I'm not going to allow anything to steal my joy. Thank you, Tootie, for the reminder. But I'm the type of person, if I learn something, we all learn something, child. Because the minute that I level up, you level up. Because it's no fun. I almost said if the homies can't have none, but child, that's Long Beach, Jimmy. But it's not fun to keep things to yourself when you really have a joy. Like you said, Tootie, that, the world didn't give, the world can't take away. Child, who gonna check you? Nobody. Not even Jesus, child, honey, because he wants you to live your life more abundantly. But yeah, I'm just going to treat the situation like I would a client. And that's the way that I'm choosing to move through this. Until the time is up and, everybody goes their separate ways. That's my flow. Yeah, I can be Dr. Marianne. I can be Dr. Marianne all day. I can be Dr. Marianne all night. I spent 20 years being her. I'm a very good therapist. When I retired, I was number one in my field. No lie. But I'm a very good therapist. So, I'll play the therapist and I'll see how it serves me. But anyway, that's my true confessions, honey, of Dr. Marianne. And, me holding myself accountable, me walking my talk. The only thing that I'll probably reiterate during this whole process, are the rules. Number one, you can't, there's just certain things you can't do in other people's homes. Certain things I don't do in other people's homes. So it's, like I said, it's definitely, it's something to learn, something to grow from, and something to be at peace with. And that's the flow that I'm going to choose to have. I'm going to do my spirituality on a large level. But anyway, that's my share for today. That's my talk, honey. So don't ever say I don't have a bad day, because I have them. But at the end of the day, I choose love, and I choose peace, and I choose to anchor myself in that. And with that, I'm going to go into a meditation, honey, and get some of that joy back into my life. I'm going to give me something to eat, something good. Anyway, bye, family. Thank you, Tootie. I think you're amazing. Oh, thank you, cousin. But anyway, bye, family. Love yourself. Bye.